I'm Shadow Soul Dweller, and this is my first review that I'm doing, and it's for Titanfall 2. Starting off with the single player campaign. I will be doing a separate video in regards to the multiplayer campaign. For now, I thought I'd cover the newest aspect for the Titanfall series, which has come as a very big welcome for me. The moment I found out there was going to be a single player campaign, I was very excited. Finally to get the story behind the militia and the IMC in the series, and they delivered spectacularly. Story itself, very gripping, compelling, made you want to play that a little bit more just to find out what happened next. And well, you've got a big story and a Titan where you can smash things with it. Where can you go wrong? I'd say generally, for people that may not have played the first Titanfall, this is well worth getting into. It's not your traditional type of shooter. There's a lot of with the extras of wall running, jetting. People that have played some of the later Call of Duty games may be similar with this sort of thing, but I personally believe that Titanfall made it flow a lot better than the Call of Duty series and really made you feel the extra elements of the pilot suit that you get in the game. Moving on to the second point. The weapons. Obviously, as with most sequels, they've added new weapon sets into the game, but not just for the player, for the Titans as well. Really adding to the experience overall for the game. I mean, you've got the full option of you can blow everything to hell or fire a million bullets at it at once. You've definitely got the range and choice in there to really mix it up and create your own playing style throughout the game. Moving on to the Titans themselves, of course, stars of the game series themselves. New rigs, new setup, as I said before, new weapons, whole nice range of Titans that come into the game. Can't argue with it. Made the game a lot more interesting for me at times, getting the basic shell, but still moving on to the new sets and the other Titans that are actually in the game themselves. Not just Titans for the pilots, the actual smaller Titans they brought into the game as components for the enemies really added the game all together well. Made you realise the good experience in fighting the robots, the human components and the Titans that fell in. I thought personally it's a very nice touch they added to it, and not something they've done particularly well in other games that I've played before, but in this one it worked out just right. And that moves on to the enemies. Of course, you're playing as your character, running through with the Titan and a lot of other sections without your Titan. Range of enemies fits in with this as well. From the basic soldiers through to the mercenary groups that are in it, and the miniature bosses that you find throughout the game as you go as well. All adding good little stages through it, nice little touches. Each of the main enemies as well has their own particular special Titan. It gives you a lot of different types of warfare that you have to play with. I found personally really added a good element to it, which I find a lot of first person shooter games these days really are missing. Break up the nice linear run that goes through everything. The gameplay itself, another element obviously that's been greatly improved since the first Titanfall. A lot smoother, runs a lot better with things, and well, generally you get a much deeper feel for the atmosphere that you're in instead of just jetting around. Really take you in the areas and create yourself new paths with the pilot skills that you have. And of course they've changed things to make it smoother, so gameplay, melee works all so much better. For the replay value, I'd say definitely got a strong replay value. Depending on player art. Myself personally, I love a storyline. Storyline has to have a lot of twists and turns in it and different directions to keep me going. I will be going back and playing it again, though I think if I was going to give it out 1 out of 5, I'd probably go for a 3 out of 5 for the replay value, because the story is a set line story, but you do have the replay value of different routes that you can take each time you play, and the speech options available in the game as you go, which was a refreshing thing to find in the game as well, will give you different conversations that you can have with your BT unit. I'd say overall for this game, out of 5, I'd give it a 4 out of 5, definitely. Only thing that would stop me giving it a 5 out of 5, as I already said, was the replay value would become limited after a few plays, and I do feel there was a good range of weaponry that was in the game. It could have improved it further, and you did get the trick of, once you got used to certain aspects of the game, the enemies are quite easy to overwhelm until they decide to increase the difficulty. But definitely worth going out and buying, I'd say. People that especially are fans of trying something different, that like quite a fast paced game, this might be the one for you. Thanks for watching.